I'm feeling a little bit better than I was earlier today, so let's get this investigation on. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Bad hands. The body is collapsed face down under the table. As he feels in the middle of attempting something, looks like he was, according to the Monokuma file, he was repeatedly stabbed between the throat and abdominal region. Repeatedly stabbed. Would one of us really do something so horrible? Monokuma file number 1 is updated in the handbook. Check the truthful section menu to review it. A bloody knife. Is this the weapon that killed Byakuya? Hold on. How did the killer bring this knife to the dining hall in the first place? Byakuya thoroughly patted down everyone and thoroughly inspected every corner of this old building. And all the confiscated dangerous items are supposed to be placed in that Duralumin case. It's possible they stole this knife from the case. Or they hid it somewhere hard to find. Also, there's one more thing about this knife that's strange. There's some kind of paint that's been applied to the hilt. In the dim light beneath the table, it seems to glow dully. Could this be glowing paint? Knife has been added. Ah, something stuck to the back of the table. Is this duct tape? There seems to be paint applied to the non-sticky side of the duct tape. In the dim light beneath the table, it seems to glow dully. Could this be glowing paint? Maybe the blood? Why is there 2 things? Yeah, 2 minutes. Right at the start of the stream, buddy. How's it going? What's this? Looks like binoculars, but why is there a pair of binoculars under the table?
Hey.
Hajime, those aren't binoculars. Eh? What are they?
Perhaps?
Those are probably night vision goggles. Night vision goggles. I've seen them at the supermarket on this island. They also stock self-defense kits, too. If that's the case, did the killer use these night vision goggles to kill Byakuya during the blackout? Then what really would be the purpose of that glowing paint knife, if they could see in the dark? Bloodstain, there we go. That was hard to get to. The blood flowing from Byakuya's body formed a huge pool under the table. That's a lot of blood. There's blood splattered everywhere. Even the inner side of the tablecloth is covered in blood. The blood might have splattered all over the place when he got stabbed. But there don't seem to be any drag marks leading from the blood pool. He got stabbed through the floorboards by the poker, not the knife. That is what I'm calling. Although I don't know who did it, and somebody would also have to know that they could get underneath. Either way, I'm sure that I've pretty much investigated what's under the table. Despite the fact that it's just me, I think I'm working pretty hard. Even if it's just a little, I'm sure we're getting close to the truth behind Byakuya's death.
Jeez.
This is about everyone's standing position before the blackout. I'm not done yet. Jeez, don't rush me. Well, for now, can you show me those photos to me one more time? Yeah, just as Mayu said. Byakuya was standing before the blackout is really far away from the table where his body was found.
Got it.
You seen this? Just get on with it already. You better conduct a thorough investigation. I know. There we go. There's no denying Byakuya died during the blackout.
Perhaps?
If that's the case, finding out exactly what happened during the blackout is key to solving the mystery. If it's impossible to see in the dark, there might be someone who heard what happened. Are you talking about her? Let's talk to her again. Please forget about it. Yeah. Gotta love fan service. You're remembering again. I can see it on your face. Sorry. I can't stand the shame. I'm not super into very blatant fan service. It's not my thing. That's Duralumin case? Oh yeah, we already looking at. Byakuya had this drilling case in the first place? A case packed with all this security equipment? Maybe he was being extra cautious just in case. Well, that can't be right. That's way too overboard. No, he must have been cautious about something more specific. Hey, get out of here. There's still other things I must investigate. I thought I investigated everything. What'd I miss? The heater thing? AC remote control. A remote-controlled air conditioner. An air conditioner? Could it be... Hey, all of you, why can't you act a little more grown-up? What was that sound just now? The air conditioning, maybe? Trip the circuit breaker? The air conditioner is probably the only machine inside this room. And the air conditioner's remote control. The timer is set to 11:30 p.m. I'm pretty sure Byakuya's time of death was around the same time. If so, that means the mechanical sound before the blackout probably came from this air conditioner. My flashes of inspiration aren't as bad as I thought. AC timer's been added. Now then, where else should I investigate?
Hajime.
Hajime, a moment. What is it?
Hey.
When we're finished with the investigation here, would you like to hear what everyone has to say together? If I go by myself, some people might talk to me out of caution. Well, we've been told that if one of us is a killer, it can't be helped if... We've been told that one of us is a killer. It can't be helped if everyone is on edge right now. But why me? You're easy to talk to, and I feel like you have a sense similar to mine. You both harbor special feelings towards Hope Peak Academy, isn't that right? Well, yeah, but... Fine, if we're going together, let's get on with it. There's no time for idle chit-chat.
Thanks.
I'm glad. It'll be a great help. Special feelings, huh? Even so, what he said about us being similar, I don't think I agree.
Now then.
I guess for now, we should search the inside of this old building and listen to what the others had to say. Not just the dining hall, I think we should consider this whole building the scene of the crime. After all, the blackout took place at the time... blackout that took place at the time would have happened throughout this entire building. Yeah, you're right. There's something I want to ask you. What is it?
It is strange,
It
no?
appears that only that wall is a different color and material. Why is that?
Perhaps.
Oh, it's probably a fire door. Fire door? You've never seen one before? It's a door that shuts to keep fire from spreading by containing it. If that happens, you can run away, right?
Wow!
I see. It's like a barrier, just like lining up plastic bottles around the house. That's only done to keep cats from getting in. You know about keeping cats from getting inside, but you don't know about fire doors?
I am ashamed!
Truly, I am culturally ignorant. I'm ashamed of myself. Fire door added. Let's check out the kitchen. The missing poker, I'm sure, will be a truth bullet.
Hey.
Since we've come all this way, let's investigate this area just for the heck of it. There's a chance there might be some sort of clue here. Chinese, Japanese, French, Italian cuisine, fish is a stew, a big piece of meat on the bone too. Isn't it amazing? That meat is so big, even I was shocked.
Well, guess that's about it.
If it's a dish fish fit for a tropical island, I'd never be able to get meat like this on Oyama and Azabu. I'd never be able to get meat like this in my hometown, much less Oyama or Azabu. I get it, you don't have to repeat yourself, but it's so big, where'd you get it? I asked Nekomaru. Apparently he killed a cow at the ranch with his bare hands and brought it over. His bare hands? That's a little hard to believe, but it doesn't seem completely impossible either. Those hands they look like they specialize in punching things. No one will get punched by those hands. Seriously, Nekomaru's so wild. He's totally right at home in a country setting. I'm so jealous. My hometown is near Oyama and Azabu, so wild country things like that, they slip my mind a lot, you know?
Man.
Well, I guess this meat has gone to waste since this awfulness happened right when the party started. The only ones who ate any food were Akane and Peko, who took some portions for herself.
Eh?
Don't say that. After I worked so hard to cook the world's most refined party dishes, only 2 people actually tasted them.
To tell you the truth.
Well, it's not like I actually believe it, but if there really is a killer out there, I'll probably never be able to forgive them for that. Forget that killer. He's scary when he's mad. Party is just added. Byakuya must have confiscated all the dangerous items on the kitchen's equipment list. Well, just from reading through this list, it looks like the knife next to Byakuya's body didn't come from the kitchen. Oh. It appears to have been brought from outside. From outside? Then how'd the killer get past Byakuya's body check?
That's weird.
Strange, isn't it? I mean, he didn't even go easy on the girls when he was performing the pat-downs. If that's the case, they probably brought the knife in advance and hid it somewhere.
Hey.
That unfortunately gives him the, what would you call it? He's the most suspicious because he was the one cleaning the whole room. Still, it's surprising how much equipment this kitchen has, but I doubt he's the killer. We'll see. There are iron plates for barbecuing and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. But this is all stuff that doesn't pertain to the murder, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I agree. Let's talk to you. Hey, were you in the kitchen during the blackout, Taro? That blackout totally startled me. At first I thought it was just in the kitchen, but when I finally managed to get out of the kitchen, the hallway was pitch black too. And then I heard everyone's voices, so I fumbled along the wall and tried to feel my way to the dining hall. That place was pitch black too. It was like pitch black everywhere. Couldn't you have used that kitchen stove as a light? No. That's impossible. This gas stove needs electricity to work, so it was directly affected by the blackout. I see, so then I guess it's not possible. Since you work with fire in the kitchen, I figured you'd be able to use it as a light source or something, but I guess it's not that easy. I guess I'm pretty much finished investigating the kitchen for now. Nagito, let's get moving. Keep going.
You're right.
Yeah, sure thing. I like the background beat to this music.
Hey.
Thanks for talking to everyone. It's definitely going to help us out. The storage room is really dusty and dark.
Wow.
My hands are full cleaning the dining hall, so I couldn't even touch this room. It even has cobwebs. There's no way I could stay in here for a long time. There's something in there. That's new. There's a huge piece of cloth randomly shoved in here.
Perhaps.
Is this a tablecloth? Oh, it's a tablecloth. Wait, huh? Hold on, there's something up. Is this a bloodstain?
Huh?
Yeah, a bloodstain. Come here, take a closer look.
What?
You try to spread your channel to your friends. Most of them don't have a Twitch and contact or something. It's no big deal. It's always nice to have more people in chat, but hey, as long as there's someone talking, it makes things a bit more enjoyable for myself, and I'm pretty sure anybody else actually watching. But yeah, it's no problem. Don't worry about it. It's too dark. I can't really see that clearly. There's no mistaking it. This is clearly a bloodstain. Which means this tablecloth is connected to Byakuya's murder, right? Well, if that tablecloth has a bloodstain on it, then it's a possibility. I don't really get it. Seriously, it is a bloodstain. Storage room tablecloth has been added. I don't see the link for that one. Anyway, stacks of clean tablecloths. It looks like they haven't been used yet. I guess there's nothing strange here. There's an awful lot of boxes. We don't have time to go through each and every one of them. I guess I should leave them alone.
Yep.
A wise decision. Irons. Are these irons? It looks like they were recently turned on, but why are there 3 irons on this ironing board? Just as I thought. Your eyes don't miss a thing. When I was looking for Byakuya after the blackout, I also found these irons, but when I found them, all 3 of them were turned on. Turned on?
Yep.
It'd be bad if another blackout happens, so I turned them off. But doesn't this feel kind of sinister? Sinister? Irons in the storage room has been added.
Hajime.
Hey Hajime, how much longer are you going to stay in this dark place? You're just wasting your time. Let's move on and investigate other places already. Huh? I get it. You're right. what's the private streaming channel on the Discord? If I decide to play games with other people, which might happen, like, say, like, I wanted to play Borderlands 3 possibly with some other people. I just put everybody in the streaming channel. Apparently a great man once said, investigation should be done on foot. That way you don't have random people joining and blasting shit, right?
Yes!
So that's why I'm also using my feet. I'm just walking around for no particular reason. Well, if there's no reason, then there's no meaning.
Hey,
Hajime, I just realized something. Could she by any chance know what happened during the blackout? Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Are you serious?
Eh? How'd you know? So you did hear us, even though Hajime and I were talking pretty softly just now. Not only do I have a perfect face, style, and personality, but I also have perfect ears. I see. If your hearing is so good, maybe you heard what actually happened during the blackout.
hey,
When the blackout happened, you could hear everybody's voice throughout the dining hall, right? You couldn't tell, but you would have been able to make out who's who, right? Just leave it to Ibuki. It'll be easy as fried rice with gravy. Huh? La li la la. I'll heartily eat it for breakfast.
I see.
Oh, you mean like it'll be easy as pie. Except eating fried rice with gravy for breakfast is kinda heavy. Any fried rice that isn't fried rice with gravy is so wrong. She should make a metaphor with a more common type of fried rice, like egg fried rice or lettuce fried rice. Anyway, can you tell us what you heard?
I got it!
Leave it to me. I'm gonna take a bite out of you.
Yep.
You tell us, I'll let you bite Hajime later. Stop it, or she takes you seriously.
Aww.
Let's see, the first person who raised their voice during the blackout was... That's right, it was Mahiru.
It's a blackout!
Next was Kazuichi's voice, and then the next voice was mine.
Hey, I can't see anything.
It's pitch black! My future is pitch black!
What a nice remark I made. This is the point and it has its own unique charm. Just continue. Then there were more voices, one after the other.
Everyone, calm down! We gotta stay calm in a situation like this. Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is... Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Alrighty, so that's pretty much it. Aren't I awesome? Praise me, give me lots of praise. I heard you the first time. Seriously, don't get any closer. Hey, Nagito, say something to her. Hey, did something happen? No, I was just thinking about what Byakuya said during the blackout. What Byakuya said?
Hey,
Just started Chapter 9 FFF Remake and spent 11 hours already. There's still 9 more chapters and it's only part 1 of the game. Yep, can't wait for the next parts, right? Why did he say something like that? Rather, why was he able to say that? What the hell, what's going on here? And this is... What do you mean? About that. Why don't we discuss it after we've investigated a little bit more? For now, I can't really say anything for certain. Well, it's not like I really care.
yep.
Anyway, don't you think Kabuki's account just now is an important clue that'll lead us to the truth?
Yeah!
Then praise me! Let me bite ya! Ow! Why are you really biting me? Kabuki's account has been added to the truth bullet section.
Aww.
Gotta love it. Butterfly. Huh? It's locked. Someone appears to be inside. Since the Unisex bathroom, I don't know who's actually in there.
Hey!
Is someone in there? We knocked on the door and tried calling out to whoever was on the other side, but... there's no response. This is going nowhere. I guess we should give up for now and check on it later. Yeah, you're right. The office. The most suspicious room because what's-her-face wasn't in there. Old building office.
Hajime.
The old building circuit breaker should be inside this office. Circuit breaker, huh? Might be related to the blackout. So it's better if we check out the circuit breaker first. Peko. I can already tell. You doubt me, correct? Huh? However, it does not surprise me. An unexpected blackout occurred, and during that time, Byakuya was killed.
Anyway.
The circuit breaker's in this office. Naturally, I look suspicious since I was supposed to be here.
Wait,
Supposed to be here? What does that mean?
I see.
So I was right, you weren't in the office. But why? Were you supposed to guard the circuit breaker and the Duralumin case with all the weapons in it? So where'd you run off to on your own? Well, that is... Peko suddenly dropped to one knee and started groaning on the spot. Hey, what happened? No, I'm just not feeling too well. I apologize, but excuse me.
What the heck?
Excuse me? What was that?
Hey,
Peko, it appears the bathroom inside this old building is currently occupied, so I recommend either the hotel lobby or your cottage. Huh? Seems like it'll be a tough path. With cold sweat dripping from her forehead, Peko wobbled out of the office. What happened to her? It's kinda hard for me to say it myself. I already feel bad enough for Peko as it is. What does that mean?
huh?
I mean, is it cool? She didn't, like, run away or something.
That's right.
Because if she ran away, she's obviously the killer. I'm almost positive. Is that really what it is? Hey, where did Peko go? She looked pretty pale.
Wow.
She made it, I'm sure she's fine. Beyond that, it'd be improper for me to say. Huh? I mean, it's kinda obvious, but okay.
Maybe.
Hey, isn't Peko the killer? Why do you think that?
I mean.
Well, she wandered off somewhere even though she was supposed to be in the office. When we were looking for Byakuya after the blackout, I went to the office right away, but when I got here, she was gone.
Well.
I shouldn't say this too loudly or else Miss Sonia will yell at me. Peko's probably the one who tripped the circuit breaker and used the blackout to her advantage to kill Byakuya.
Hey.
And don't you think she looks kind of ruthless too? Like an assassin, right? Well, it's not like you look any better. Let's look at the case. This Duralumin case. It should contain all the dangerous items Byakuya collected.
Hey.
Maybe we should check inside just to be safe. But it's locked.
Yep.
Byakuya had the key to this particular Duralumin case with him. Check it out. I brought it with me, so there's no need to worry. Hey, is it okay to take that key without permission?
Now.
It's forbidden to tamper with the crime scene, but if we don't, we can't check inside this case, right? So I should open it. This guy, he doesn't feel any remorse. What?
See?
It's open. Forks, kitchen knives, iron skewers, and various tools are crammed inside. But it's not possible if the killer took anything from here, because the key to this case was inside. The key to this case was inside the case Byakuya had with him. I guess you're right about that. Forks, kitchen knives, iron skewers, huh? So you probably had nothing to do with the murder. Thingy. This remote control is for the office's air conditioner. Huh? The timer here is set to 11:30 p.m. Wasn't the timer for the air conditioner in the dining hall also set for that time? It can't be a coincidence, right? Huh. 86 Fahrenheit. That's decently hot. That must be this old building circuit breaker. The blackout probably happened because of this.
I see.
Doesn't look like someone did anything to it. Nothing else looks suspicious either. The circuit breaker's pretty high up. Even if you use a stepladder, you won't reach it. Yeah, I totally agree. That's why it's so mysterious. Well, during the blackout, I was panicking so bad I forgot about that, but... You're right. Even with the stepladder, there's no way you'd be able to reach that circuit breaker. Which means someone must have reset the breaker after the blackout, but who? I did it! It's here!
Actually,
You idiots had no idea what to do about the blackout, so I'm the one who reset the circuit breaker.
by the way,
By the way, I'm not the one who tripped the breaker. The killer did that, of course. But how did someone as small as you reset the breaker?
hey,
Well, first, my eyes work real good at night, so I had no trouble seeing in the dark. And if you want to know how I reach the circuit breaker, my body stretches. You know, I'm very elastic.
I won't be
Liar!
it's
I'm serious. Wanna see? Wanna see a version of Monokuma with his body all stretched out? It's gross. It's grotesque. no thanks. Just imagining it makes me want to puke. Oh really? Such a shame.
So
Still,
cool.
don't you think Monokuma's such a nice guy? In a popularity contest, he'd take first place.
I see.
What the hell? So he's the one who reset the breaker. Well, in that case, I'm convinced there's no way we'd be able to reach that. If that's the case, how did the killer trip the circuit breaker? They didn't trip it or said it to be tripped. They must have overloaded it
Now
with the 2 air conditioners. Now then, I guess we're done with the office, don't you think so? We should get going now.
Yep.
Okay, it looks like you've pretty much finished looking around the old building.
Hey.
So how about we check out Byakuya's cottage? Byakuya's cottage?
Yep.
There might be clues there, so I thought it'd be good to check it out just in case. But I was scared I might encounter some danger if I went there by myself. Well, I don't really mind going there together, but aren't you worried about the possibility that I might be that danger?
Hey.
I mean, am I worried about you being the killer? To be honest, I don't think you're the killer. In fact, I can't even imagine it. It's like instead of living it with doubt in others, it's so much better to die believing in others. Don't talk like that. We're doing things so we can live, you know?
I see.
As I thought, you sure are strong. We're definitely the chosen one. Chosen by Hope Speak Academy.
Alright.
Alright, then let's get going. To Byakuya's cottage. What the heck did that mean? Yeah. I don't know why, but every time we talk, I don't really know how I'm supposed to react. The moment when I left the old building, there was a strange scene unfolding before me.
Hey, what are you doing?
What am I doing, you say? Ha! Now that is truly a foolish question.
We're just checking to see if we can get under the floor from here.
Under the floor? Why?
Who said it was futile? Who decided it was impossible? How did you know I cannot recover my earring?
If it is possible to get under the floor, it'll change our understanding of the murder. I think
Yeah, because you could stab through the
thought-
floor.
it was important to check it.
I see.
Under the floor, huh? I never considered thinking of it like that. What do you mean?
See?
Come on, think about it.
Hey.
The carpet I laid didn't reach the table where we found Byakuya's body, right? And the dining hall had huge gaps between the floorboards. Then, is it possible the killer killed Byakuya by stabbing him from beneath the floor?
Yep.
That's what I thought. So I'm trying to see if we can get under it from here. Well, I guess it's not possible to get under the floor from outside. The building is surrounded by firm fences, so there's no way to sneak under the floor from there.
But
Even so, I couldn't find a way to get under the floor from inside the building either. Do you think there's a possibility that there's a hidden hole somewhere?
wow.
No, that's not possible. Are you sure? At any rate, it seems he can't get under the floor from outside the building. That's a relief. A relief? Why? Because if he could get under the floor from outside, there'd only be one logical suspect. The only person who didn't come to the party and also doesn't have an alibi. Alright, Fuyuhiko.
So,
I suspected him too, that's why I was checking to see if it's possible to get under the floor from outside.
well,
Speaking of which, not long after I began guarding the entrance, Fuyuhiko came here. Huh? He did.
huh?
What happened, Fuyuhiko?
Huh?
Oh, hey, what are you doing here all alone in a place like this?
Yep.
I'm standing guard so Monokuma can't come inside. How diligent of you.
Hey.
You're not coming to the party?
What are you saying?
Hell no, not even if you paid me. Parties are stupid, they make me want to puke. You want to come to the party, right? Isn't that why you came here? Of course not, I was just going for a damn walk. What, do I have to report to you every time I want to go for a fucking walk?
That's wrong.
No, it's not like that, but... then leave me alone. And then he just left. So that happened, but why did he come here?
See?
He probably wants to be part of the group, but he can't be honest about it. He believes he's different from everyone else. That's why he's always alone.
Hey.
He's like the main character of an RPG. Have you played those before? Huh? When did we start talking about video games?
I see.
You know, I don't really know what he's thinking. I don't think we have any reason to doubt him.
I'm glad.
That's a relief. I'm glad. You keep saying you're glad, but we have no idea who the killer is. Well, I guess for now we should stick to the plan and head over to Byakuya's cottage. As long as the possibility is greater than 0, that will suffice.
I have not unleashed even half of my power yet.
I will most assuredly reclaim the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands. Seems he has no intention of investigating. And I guess for now I discovered the building is surrounded by firm fences, so no way to sneak up from under the floor from there, I think. Also,
Yep.
Bigger came along after the party started. Oh, hello. What the hell? Did I tell you to leave me alone? That's not happening. Didn't you hear Monokuma's announcement? Of course I did. Apparently Byakuya's the one who got killed. So what? What did you say? Do you think I'm the killer? Think whatever you want. I'm used to being mistrusted. That's not why I'm... Whatever. How did you know that Byakuya was killed? Whatever. Just tell me what we were doing while everyone else is at the party. Huh? Checking my alibi, eh? I don't have one. I was just chilling in my cottage all by myself during that time. I don't remember them saying Byakuya was the killer from the announcement. The whole time? Because Chiaki said she saw you in front of the old building.
Shut up!
Noisy bitch.
Jeez.
Troy went for a little walk, and then, just by chance, they ended up passing by the old building. Were you really going for a walk? Don't tell me you were actually going to join the party.
Don't fuck
Why
with
the
me!
hell would I do that? It's a coincidence. A coincidence! Alright, I got it. Dumbass.
Alright.
Now then, you must head over to Byakuya's cottage. If you get lost, check the map in the student handbook. You should probably do this and... yeah, get that out of the way. Wait a minute. Why are you guys over there? How's it going, animation? Let's go to the other locations first. So let's see, it was the market? Let's see, the beach and the market. Okay. Oh hey, how's it going?
Hey,
Where do you think you're going? We have to go to Byakuya's cottage. So that's what that does. Yes. So who's here at the beach? Ah, Kane.
Yo,
Yo, how's your investigation going? Okay, I guess. How about you?
leave it to me.
I'm moving around so I can think better. If you go for a little swim, I'm sure you'll think of something, don't you think so? No, wait. Before you think, don't you still need some kind of clue as a first step?
Huh?
Huh? Is that how it is? Don't sweat the complicated stuff. I'm sure she doesn't plan on thinking or investigating.
hey,
What's the reason for coming here? Let's hurry over to Byakuya's cottage. Might as well. But first we have to go to the market. Look at that level meter going up. Okay, so who's here and why?
Mr. Ham
To be
Ham.
honest, I feel sorry about the loss of Mr. Ham Hands. If that's true, then you should stop calling him that. What are you doing here anyway? Did you find any clues for the case? No, nothing. I'm here because I have important business to do. Important business? You want to know? I ran out of snacks, so I came here to get some. Huh? Snacks? Yep, this one. My favorite gummies. There's a lot of gummies here. Snacks? Not the case, huh?
Hey, hey!
No, but it's not just gummies, you know. Cookies, chocolates, candies, everything I like is here.
Jeez!
What I really want to eat are Japanese sweets, but they're not here. Such a lousy selection. I figured she liked Japanese sweets. That seems like what the ultimate traditional dancer would like.
But...
Can't be helped, so I'll tolerate these goodies since I'm such a nice girl. She seems to know a lot about the supermarket. Ah, then. Perhaps? Those are probably night vision goggles. Night vision goggles? I've seen them at the supermarket on this island. They also stock self-defense kits, too. Yoko might know something about the night vision goggles and self-defense kits. Hey, there's something I want to ask you.
Aww.
What now?
Understand?
If you want to ask, why don't you show it with your attitude? That's easy for you to say. You're totally panicking. You're so funny, I'll answer for you. Yeah, thanks. Then, did you notice anything missing here? Like something that's not food or items you'd use on a daily basis? Missing? Probably a self-defense kit. There are clearly less here than there were before. A self-defense kit. That's probably what was in Byakuya's Duralumin case. Looks like one pair of night vision goggles is missing too. I think that's it. I see. Thanks. Just as I thought, the killer got night vision goggles from here and used them for their crime.
Hey, you!
Hey, Hajime!
Hey!
You owe me one, so you better pay me back double someday, okay? Huh? It's a promise! Yeah, surely I'm in a terrible debt. Surely. Okay, let's head back to wherever it was. Hotel. Yeah. To Byakuya's place. Clatter, clatter. Huh? It's locked.
Hey.
I guess we need to ask him for help. And so, Nagito took a deep breath.
Hey!
Monokuma!
Did you call me?
Yay! Did you call me? Nagito, when did you train Monokuma?
Hey.
Hey, Monokuma, I was wondering if you can do us a favor. There's something we want to investigate.
What's this?
Hey, who are you talking to? That's just my afterimage. And I get serious, my afterimage is unleashed.
What?
I can even play soccer by myself as long as I have this cloning technique. Though, it'd be boring to play alone. I don't have time for this. Just hurry up and open Byakuya's cottage already.
Well...
This is for the class trial. It's something we really need. For the class trial?
This is troubling!
If it's for the class trial, there's no way I can refuse. Now then, there's only one spell that can open these doors.
Loose! I'll leave the rest to you!
See? I've unlocked the door. Now you can investigate to your heart's content. Why does it open with a magic spell?
Jeez.
It's probably powered by electricity. At any rate, that performance was a waste of time. I see. I guess we should go inside now.
You're right.
Yeah. Guess you're right. A letter? This bed. Nothing about it really catches my eye. Monokuma Congress use monitors. Leave it alone. Wherever I go, there's surveillance cameras all over the place. Whoever's controlling Monokuma must be monitoring us with these cameras too. The shower room is beyond here. It's well organized and there's nothing suspicious about it. Nothing here really looks like a clue. Looks like the room's interior design isn't that different from mine. There's not much to worry about here. And then... to Byakuya Togami. There's an envelope on the table. Is this a letter someone sent to Byakuya?
That's weird.
There's no sender. That looks pretty suspicious.
Hajime.
Hajime, you should check what's inside. Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. And it looks like it's deliberately written crabbily. Huh? Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. This is a threat.
This is
Is this a crime warning? No, if it says be careful, it's probably a threatening letter. Regardless, who would send something like this? Maybe... Hey, this is why Byakuya suddenly decided to throw a party. Huh? The first kill will happen tonight. Because someone made this threat to Byakuya, he gathered everyone in one area and was extremely cautious about all the dangerous items. He was trying to create a scenario in which everyone could monitor each other. He thought if he did that, nobody would be able to kill anyone. So I believed this crazy letter?
But...
He couldn't ignore the possibility of this happening, even if it was just a worst-case scenario.
Hey,
remember what Byakuya kept saying? He wouldn't let anyone become a victim. He couldn't overlook that slim possibility just to keep his promise? Then why did he keep it a secret? If he just told us.
no.
He probably couldn't. He probably thought that was also a worst-case scenario. What do you mean? If everyone knew it was in the letter, whether it's a lie or not, everyone would have likely begun to doubt each other, and at that point there'd be no turning back. So Byakuya tried to do something about this all by himself without telling anyone?
Yep.
The strong sense of responsibility is the only explanation I can think of. Anyway, whoever sent Byakuya this letter also killed him, is that what you're saying?
Sorry.
No, this could be a prank. It might have nothing to do with Byakuya's death at all. Huh? What was that? It suddenly became really quiet. I see. He doesn't want to believe one of us could be a killer. But still, we've come all the way here, and it's the only thing I can think of. The person who wrote this letter murdered Byakuya. If that's the case, that person completely predicted how Byakuya would react once he received it, right? He planned to manipulate Byakuya and killed him right before our eyes in that old building. Damn it, who the hell would do that? Murder threat has been added to the truth bullet section.
Hey,
Hajime, there's probably not much time left until the class trial starts. Probably. Which reminds me, you asked Mayu for a favor earlier, right? Yeah, I wanted to find out where everybody was standing just before the blackout. She's probably finished by now. You're coming with me, right?
sorry.
Sorry, that's all you. Huh? I need some time alone. I'd like some time to collect my thoughts. I see. I understand.
Hey,
Also, if you're going back to the old building, you should hear what Mikan has to say as well. I think the results of her autopsy should be ready by now.
bye now.
I'll see you later. That was hard to say for some reason. He was pretty pale. I wonder if he's okay. Alright, man. See you later. But now's not the time for me to worry about Nagito. There isn't much time left. I better hurry over to the old building. Okay, which way? Not that way. This way. Not that way. This way. Oh, hey. I didn't talk to you. How's it going? Too cruel. This is just too cruel. Oh yeah, I might as well ask her about the old building windows. Hey, do you have a sec? I want to ask you something. I don't wanna. I don't want to help you guys mistrust your friends. What the hell? It's not like we're doing this because we want to. No, now's not the time to fight about stuff like that. More importantly, do you know why the old building's windows are covered by iron plates? Huh? Iron plates? I covered them up, so nobody makes a mistake of going inside since it's dangerous because of the renovation. I see, the renovation, so that's why you covered them up. Because it's dangerous to go inside. Danger isn't supposed to exist on this island. This isn't how it was supposed to be. But why did it get like this? It's cruel, too cruel. Just because it's cruel doesn't mean you could just keep crying like that. Crying won't solve anything. Also, you have mushrooms on your head. We have to do this no matter what, damn it. What the hell's that loud voice just now? I'm assuming the bathroom. The bathroom seems to be open. I don't really need to go right now. There's really no need for me to go inside.
Huh?
I feel so lighthearted right now. I, Nekomaru Nida, have been reborn. I have no intention of losing anymore. Losing to who?
Oh!
I won't lose to anyone, not even my past self. That sounds cool and all, but what are you even talking about?
Sure!
What? I don't know who's behind it, but someone tried to make a shitty bastard out of me. Some scoundrel was occupying the bathroom before the party was about to start. Now that you mention it, he said something like that shortly after the party started. I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all. However, you think I'd be angry by something like that? You've all underestimated my nerve and patience. Do all and achieve all with one's presence of mind. That is the goal of a true leader. In other words, a leader must never falter in any situation, but always have the presence of one's mind. He says that, but I'm pretty sure he was shaken up by that whole ordeal. Oh well, let's not go into it. Whatever. Anyway, so you're saying the bathroom door was shut from before the party started to after the blackout?
So what I mean is...
The bathroom was finally unoccupied after Byakuya's body was found. That's about how long that lasted. So what he says sounds stupid and irrelevant, but I should remember it just in case. Nikumaru's account has been added to the truth bullet section. I'm guessing you don't have to go back to the bathroom, right? Okay, let's get our reports done. Oh hey, how's it going? Just as I thought. It seems there's no way to get under the floor from inside this old building. Maybe. So it's just as Nagito said. If that's the case, I guess I should give up on finding Gundam's earring.
Hey!
Hey, you're here! Where the hell did you wander off to? I wasn't wandering, I was investigating as much as I could. I see. Well, if you weren't slacking off, then I guess it's fine. So, did you find anything? Yeah, sorta. You don't sound too sure.
Hey!
Well, just take a look at this. As you told me, using the two photos I took before the blackout, I tried to pinpoint where everyone was standing. When I did, this diagram was the result. So this is everyone's standing position before the blackout. Everyone's pretty much in the dining hall. I made this diagram from analyzing those photos, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Just as I thought, Byakuya was standing a far distance from that table. It's impossible. There's no way he'd be able to move that far during the blackout. Huh? What's this line extending from the table where Byakuya was killed? It's a desk lamp. I drew the power cord for it just in case. The power cord for the desk lamp? If that cord is extending from the table where Byakuya was killed, that means...
Hey!
So, did you find something? It's not clear to me yet, but I guess you're right. I didn't really understand it myself when I was drawing it. I have a feeling it's either a potential clue or just a waste of labor. No, it wasn't a waste at all.
Huh?
It's not clear to me yet, but there's no mistake that a clue is hidden here. An extremely important clue. The iron, maybe? If you'd like, I can tell you a little bit of what I want to say. Did you find out anything? I tried, within reason, to perform an autopsy on Byakuya's body. I discovered that there were several puncture wounds around Byakuya's chest in the abdominal region. Deep wounds, deep enough to reach his lungs and internal organs. It can be assumed that a very thin, sharp object, around 5 millimeters in diameter, was used to stab him over and over again. Which is what I believe. Relax. Hey, are you okay? I'm sorry, talking about it made me sad. No need to push yourself, I mostly get the gist of what you wanted to say, but yeah, it's wherever the missing poker is, that's our suspect. I'm sorry. Still around 5 millimeters in diameter, huh? Isn't that pretty thin? That's as thin as an ice pick or an awl. Nikon's autopsy results have been added. Oh boy!
Alrighty, guys! It's finally time! That's right! It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, I shall tell you all the meeting place. At the central island of Jabberwock Island, there is a mountain with my adorable face carved into it.
Oh, okay.
That, my friends, is Monokuma Rock. Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance. I'll see you soon!
Secret entrance, you say? Mountain with the carving of Monokuma's face at the central island? We're about to hit level 20. And... bam! Mount Monokuma more. Ooh, it's 3D modeled. Huh?
Are you kidding
What
me?
the heck is that mountain? When did that get there? Never mind that. How'd they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma? Carvings.
No way.
That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in all of this. What, you mean what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
Byakuya, we still needed his knowledge. I can't believe he's dead. What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko? Now that you mention it, it appears they aren't here yet.
I got it!
I know, they probably ran away.
No way!
Aw, hell nah. There's no way I'd let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here.
Don't fuck with
I'm
me!
telling you, let me go.
Hey! Come
Hey
on
now, if you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey!
Hey, Fuyuhiko, what were you doing all this time?
Huh?
Nothing. I wasn't really doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway? You. How can you say something so irresponsible?
Do you understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder, even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait!
Mayu, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Dumbass. And I guess we're waiting for Gundam.
What happened?
I am right here.
sir? Now then, let us begin.
Remember this well. A main character arrives when he intends to. Huh?
Hey!
Seems you noticed it too. He got his hearing back. How did you get it? You are immediately suspect number 1. If I did, then I'm right.
Well now.
Alright, now that everyone's all together, let's take the secret entrance to the trial field.
Whoa!
Please wait a second.
What's this?
Hi, my Monami. Just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you.
What?
Do you actually want to join in?
You masochist!
You want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding service!
Oh well, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow your special participation.
See ya later!
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over.
Huh?
He told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
You mentioned something about a secret entrance, was it? Secret entrance? That's a lot of stuff. Also, that's on a palm tree. Wherever I go, there are surveillance cameras all over the place. This is our battle to avenge Byakuya, but I feel quite disheartened. Let's stop this bad joke. Why don't we have dinner instead?
That's weird.
What happened, Hajime? Are you scared? Seriously, you're such a wuss.
That is...
A huge organization, so my kingdom has been cast in doubt. However, I do not think my government would participate in something like this.
Damn it!
Damn it, I don't want to go. Is there any way I can run away from this? Peko, are you doing okay? You looked like you weren't feeling too well earlier.
No.
Don't worry about it. I appreciate your concern, however there are other things you should be focusing on.
Why?
This is definitely strange. Why is this happening? Why do we have to find the killer? You're wondering about Gundam too, right? You too, huh? Hey, how's your urine doing?
This is the worst.
Gotta find the killer. If we don't, we're the ones who are gonna get killed.
Be happy!
You humans have been spared! I don't give a flying fuck that fat pig is dead. Who fucking cares? Seriously.
So annoying.
Jeez, how boring.
You!
Whatever, let's go inside already. But we have to find the secret entrance first.
Well,
In RPG video games, it is common for secret areas to be underground, comparing our situation to a video game. I wonder why.
blah, 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 blah.
Roar. What the? Something's shaking?
Ooh,
This is dangerous. Everyone, please get down. What? Something came out. Could it be? Is he telling us to enter it?
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Naga Z is trembling with fear. Oh, that's totally suspicious.
Hey,
Forgive me, seriously, just forgive me already.
Ah,
Hey, why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely.
no way!
There's no way. There's just no way we'll find the killer.
stupid.
Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up for God's sake. You've come this far. We have no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right. There's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the escalator carried me. When each of us entered Monokuma Rock. It's another elevator. This is an elevator. I see, so the entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
However,
Well, if he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. We were there, listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending, and then the elevator door slowly opened. Ah, traditional courtroom.
Welcome!
Always a classic start. Also, what's with the iPad? This is the class trial field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fates.
Why, you...
What the hell is he thinking? Locking us in a shitty looking place like this.
Don't fuck with me!
Are you fucking crazy? Don't mess with me, asshole. Complain all you like. I'm used to it by now. Come on, you're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written. Looks like everyone knows. Even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked toward the seats we'd been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending. But he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. The person who did it is one of us. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it really is true, we need to find out by any means possible. Because that is our only option. There is no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. So, this life-threatening trial, dealing with hope and despair, has begun. Dramatic. Okay, so we can set our skills now. Oh cool, we can actually equip all the skills that we learned so far. We might be able to learn some new ones, actually. Yeah, I don't think there's anything super special that we have to worry about. Alright. Okay, let's review the truth bullets before I forget. So, the Monokuma File 1 with multiple stab wounds. No poison or anything. Stabbed 10 times with a thin object, we know from a different report. The knife, which is a red herring. The bloodstain under the table. A lot of blood was splattered against the inside of the tablecloth. There's no sign that the body was dragged through the bloodstain. So he died laying right there, basically. The gaps in the floorboard that can fit an object through. The timers that were set to 11:30. The night vision goggles, which for whatever reason came from the supermarket, so someone bought it. Embarrassing pose. I have no idea why that's a truth bullet. Maybe it's to, say that, oh, she's a klutz, so there's no fucking way she could do it. Either way. Duralumin case. The case Byakuya had with him, there's a lot of security equipment inside, and the key to the other case, which nobody would be able to access it. Ibuku's account, which, basically had Byakuya say a few things, like, what the hell is going on here, and this is... Yeah. The irons in the storage room that were turned on. The storage room's tablecloth, which for whatever reason has blood on it. I don't really understand how that works. The gas stove cannot be used to view things in the dark by lighting stuff on fire. Only Akane and Pekka were the ones who ate food. The fire door, so to keep fire from spreading. Don't really see how that would work, but okay, we'll see. The kitchen equipment list. Yeah. Everything that was potentially a weapon was confiscated. Chiaki's account saying that... Let's see, Fuyuhiko apparently came to the old building and walked away. The murder threat. Kazuichi's account, which was... when he arrived during the blackout and the lights turned on, he didn't see anybody there. The autopsy results, which thin object. And Nekumaru's account, saying that the bathroom door opened after Byakuya's body was discovered. I don't have enough to go off of to decide on my own who the killer is, but we shall try.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
Yeah.
You hate me that much?
I don't take your concept of fair,
let's
Monokuma.
begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are
no complaining. Let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
No, that's wrong.
What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the
But
most
we have
pressing
to.
issue on
We
our
have
minds?
to. Yeah.
The most pressing issue on
We have
our
to talk about
minds?
it more.
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath the table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that... No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. So the class trial is finally started. From this point on, I'll provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress through each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be located in the truth cylinder, loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to move the red pin, then fire with the triangle button, or the Y button on my controller. Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! Knife, gaps in floorboard, and bloodstain under the table.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why? Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery!
Do I still have the ability to fast forward it? I can't remember what the fast forward button was. Huh? What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know.
Why was Byakuya's body in a
There we
place
go.
like...
His body was under at the very back of the...
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body... No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong. Yep, they're gonna keep that line.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body. Huh? Why? Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body
Okay,
through.
we're gonna raise the voices one notch next time.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Aw, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Yeah, I'm confused about that as well.
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
But why was he under the table?
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, he found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
Doubt it.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was? Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean you dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during what was probably the murder threat, right? This may sound presumptuous, but I think that's wrong. Okay, let's try that again. What Bakugo is doing to the party, then it's probably the knife? The night vision goggles? I have no idea. The reason Byakuya dove under the table, the only thing I could think of would be the knife, I guess? The knife?
I can prove it with this.
Okay, the knife. But why did he put the knife under there?
With the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
But it ain't.
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right? Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like,
It did glow a little bit.
he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
Oh, really?
This is almost like a real trial!
Shut up, Monokuma. You're not part of this. During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. From this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there are, there will be only one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the RB button, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it when you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! Let's see. Knife, bloodstained, gas, and floorboard. Okay, we have 5 things. That's too many, in my opinion.
I'm sure
well.
Byakuya ducked under the table
I'm assuming it's a knife.
during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food! Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
Night vision
No,
goggles.
that's wrong!
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
What?
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Other way around?
Really?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised when Maharu's sudden argument? Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you'll go into a one-on-one debate called a rebuttal showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the left stick. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. And based around that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during the one round of the debate. You'll lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. I have no idea what that means. When the mood skews to your advantage, for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they'll end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood towards the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the Y button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you'll not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Huh? What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry, it appears there's been a delay in contacting you. I'll make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! Alright, let's see.
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Can't have forward if I'm just listening. I should let Mahiru say what she wants to say, then find a point I can argue
If you
against.
just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. If you just use the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Okay.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. That's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
I'm confused how this works. So let me go back to the original topic.
If you just use the killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
I have no idea how this works. Like, honestly, I have no idea how this shit works. It doesn't make sense to me.
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that...
What does overturn mean?
Because if they... Then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut
there
through
we
those
go.
words.
Okay. So when it develops,
definitely the one who
you
brought those
basically
night vision
just
goggles.
wait and then press Y, I guess. It doesn't make a ton of sense, but okay.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party.
This is going to suck really hard in the later class trials.
We found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too?
Yes, you're still here.
If there were night vision goggles inside,
Apparently
it
so.
wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
33 minutes? Stream must have died.
Ooh, you
At a certain
totally
point.
mean that in a perverted way.
The knife was brought into the knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with that night vision goggles too? Well, it's not possible. The knife was in the dining hall before the party even started.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Sorry, Byakuya probably knew there was a possibility that a murder would occur.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent for him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Those are still lies!
Doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing. Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
Killer? Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
Yeah. But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya? There's no way I can believe that.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used a mark. It was the glowing paint. Because of this mark, the killer was able to get it to his hands.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for two glasses wearers?
That's the reason.
Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height,
I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
Yeah, there's that issue.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Pecco's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
You're looking a little bit, iffy, Soda. By turning the breaker directly from the office, Pecco is the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire truth bullets to prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. Oh no, more shit. You're making things way more difficult.
Since Pecco was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible. Huh? Why is it impossible? Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
As from listening to Pecco's testimony, it's not weird to doubt her, but I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who totally backs up her testimony.
Since Pecco was in the office, she could have caused the black...
That's impossible. Huh? What? Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
Was it Chiaki? No. I can't remember who it was. Also, you agree that you're confusing me even more. I can't remember which testimony was which exactly.
Since Pecco was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
I don't know. I'm just gonna have to
Because
try
I was
each
not
one.
in the office.
Great.
Not even before the blackout.
Of course it'd be the last one.
Since Pecco was in the office, she could have caused the...
That's impossible.
Huh? What?
Because I was not in the... Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
I could not remember every single testimony there, so I don't know the exact specifics
No,
or why it
Pecco was
works.
telling the truth.
Okay.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Pecco.
So what's the details that I'm
Nothing
missing?
like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Pecco's alibi.
I'm trying to use it many times, but the doors won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Pecco was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco.
I guess that would be... true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you are so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
But still,
Good old
you were in
potty
the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
Tara, this isn't the time.
Seriously, stop it.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is, whether Pickle's stomachache was a coincidence or someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial would change drastically. What are my arguments for this? I don't know. The knife, the AC timer. Probably the AC timer? Or the party dishes.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird. Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right? Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Yeah. Clarify that first.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything. Now that you brought food to the office. Just a little bit from...
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No, that's wrong!
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
Especially considering how much she ate.
I feel totally
Gonna watch
fine.
anime? Alright, see you later, man.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene. Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Cease this bickering. Let's just dismiss Pekko's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout. Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank.
Hey,
you don't have to tell us.
That's rude. I'm completely uncalled for.
Skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. Probably the irons and the AC timer. Okay.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head. Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker. It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Dang it. I clicked the wrong one.
Crap!
I'm assuming there's one other thing after that. Let's speed it up.
The breaker. If you can't answer that, did they throw a...
Maybe they used a remote...
Probably. It does not have to be. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitter. Or maybe they caused a power surge?
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
What?
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
What? Rebuttal showdown. Okay.
If the irons in the storage room caused them, then for the killer to turn the irons on, You're saying they went all the way to the storage room? And that means everyone who was when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause if the irons cut, then the killer had to go to this and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said? But the people in the dining hall weren't if the irons caused the blackout.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Cut through those words. Heh.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
The air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too!
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Yeah.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up
for the
on their
suffering you
own.
did here on the first game. Can't disagree. Defiling a dead body.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Also, how's it going? My
Miss
name is
Sonia.
Celestia Ludenberg.
Not you too.
Remember, no spoilers.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about
At all. Of any kind.
Dun dun dun!
Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Probably not.
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
Yeah, this isn't your
Couldn't
trial.
have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. Even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time, and maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach.
Talking about why we're not as friends to stay quiet, tirade against Shihiro.
Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
There's gotta be a
It's
clue
all right.
somewhere.
You don't have to worry, because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Huh?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
I love the eerie music.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya
As
set
you
foot in the
Hero
old
in chapter
building.
2 of the first game, that's why you're mad at him. Naruto acting sketchy as fuck? Agreed.
What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress. Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Yeah, we still don't have
Fortunately,
anything with the killer.
That's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killing. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
Nagito, the fuck?
Doesn't that mean...
Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
Did he fucking crack?
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like this. There's no way.
Are we gonna be doing the argument thing where it's like
we don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already! I want to go home and eat candy!
Wow, that's out of character.
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down. We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already. There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong.
You hate Mikan's voice?
I think.
Did you say something?
'Cause we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
I'm still having trouble remembering names.
You know
Which
who
one's
the killer
Mikan?
is?
It's so high-pitched and annoying. Is that the nurse that keeps fan servicing the viewers?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person.
Nurse, yeah.
I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? She's asking how the killer got close to the table. Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint, in order to do that, they needed to get close to the table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. Mahiru's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Nagito is the closest, so... yeah, because I thought, this diagram is a clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move the table in the dark. It's clearly shown in this diagram. First, we need to discuss how the killer is able to move that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Spot selection? The lamp, right?
The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Of course, there's no way they used the desk lamp as a light. They used the power cord.
I can prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Ooh. The only person here who could have possibly done it.
You're the only one!
Yeah, you're the only one who could hit that point there.
It was you, wasn't it?
But that still doesn't solve it because he was not stabbed by the knife. We still know this.
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Yeah. Nagito's chance to hide under the table was while he was cleaning.
I see! Nagito, Weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife. That's... You factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning. You're the only one who could have done it.
But there's still a problem.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible? Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
Yep. Did. I don't want to think Definitely-Not-Makoto did it, but so far all the evidence points towards him, aside from one clear detail.
That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
The only thing that could fit the premise of the rooms is that what the kitchen item the Terratera was missing. Yeah, I know. There were 4 pokers and one of them was missing for the kebabs.
I don't know if you're the killer or not.
This is basically what I called the moment
regardless,
that there were
it
multiple
proves that
stab
you're
wounds and he
suspicious,
wasn't
right?
moved. Is that I bet he was killed by the poker that's missing. I hung on to that key detail out of pure suspicion.
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something!
Calm the fuck down, man. Oh, that's interesting. We broke
The
him.
Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death! How wonderful! How beautiful it is!
Huh?
Those eyes. That moment, Nagito's eyes. The darkness is in his eyes shone brightly as if layers upon layers of darkness are folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
Oh no, I see it very clearly.
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table.
Naito Komeda has become the Joker.
We all saw how that played out. But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
The argument is the
Just stop it already!
wounds were
Seriously,
not caused by the knife.
What the hell happened
Let's
to
just
you?
argue this already.
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Lie? That's outrageous. There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else how ultimately works. Too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
His voice even sounds like Joker, doesn't
Holy
it?
crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets! He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. just like me.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
This guy, is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito! If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
Why are you pinning this on yourself? Because I'm almost certain that it's not you.
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
How about that old-looking building near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Well, not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stay in there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter.
I hate knowing that this isn't the solution and they're not letting me do it. I have to wait for them to go back over to that point of the investigation.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it.
He's the ultimate lucky student, I guess, is his excuse.
Human.
Nagito's talent? I believe his talent is the ultimate baby face.
I see!
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
I'm left with the red mark. Someone called the ultimate lucky student. You don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore.
Actually, it's not the same talent as Makoto. Remember, Makoto wasn't really the lucky student. It was the ultimate hope. Yeah.
Why did you kill Byakuya?
It's not the title that the
Answer me.
school gave him. That's the title that the remaining students gave him, technically. So according to Hope's Peak, he's still technically the ultimate lucky student.
Byakuya was a very
Logic.
capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this site.
Please, Monokuma! Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
The fuck?
How should I put this?
Just spit it out, one word at a time. Thank you, we're moving on to this point.
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange. If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to
Yoko, shut up. That has nothing to do with the case.
For
Stay
now,
on point.
might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
From this point on, white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, all it means is that this explanation didn't mean anything at all, it had no meaning whatsoever. Oh, please don't worry, I'm not gonna fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That'll be explained later. If you press the start button during these arguments, you're gonna be the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. You have to be careful when you cut yourself on your own edginess. Yeah, it's Mikan's autopsy results, almost certainly.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
He has already confessed. You know...
Say it.
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with a knife he hid. No, that's wrong.
There we go.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikan?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But, based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter. 5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse!
Not a whorehouse! Hey, why are you threatening her?
Makoto has more impact than saying it's wrong than Hajime does.
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikan's the one who said it.
I'm sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
I'm
What
agreeing with
happened
that.
during the blackout? Ugh! If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Don't get distracted! Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Teru might have a motive because he'd been mad at Byakuya for messing up the kitchen. That doesn't make any sense because the murder, I guess, was planned before then.
Seriously, how
knows?
long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody
Like,
can see in the
Teru
dark,
is the only one who
no
I
matter
feel
how
like
hard you
would
think about it.
work on it because he was
truth
working
is
on the
beyond
food.
your sight.
So he would be the only one who would have access to the kitchen where one poker would go missing.
Don't you think that's a
I
pretty
do agree
clever
with that.
metaphor?
I came up
Despite
with
the
that
fact
idea
it came from me.
myself a little bit ago, but I never said it out loud.
No, that's not it.
Not it.
But that doesn't
What's
explain
not
how a
it?
person could get underneath the building. You need to figure that out. The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark.
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Oh, reals?
Or is that have been misunderstanding must have hit it. We'll see. I'm not surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
It's like you could drop it in the bottom, but like I said, we don't know how he got behind. We don't know how he got underneath the floorboards. That's the mystery we need to solve to figure out exactly how it works.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on
But
here?
he got stabbed from underneath the thing. For whatever reason, he was underneath the table. I don't know why.
This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
You were there during that
It's
explanation.
a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
Same with your personality, Hyoko.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth!
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened.
Huh?
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night
Peko might as well
vision
be
goggles,
Kyoko with a sword. I mean,
caught me and
that's
shoved
what
me
I
right
thought
out
when I
from
saw
under
her.
the table.
Because Nagito's full name is a fucking anagram of Makoto-Naegi. And fucking Byakuya was here, so I assumed that Kyoko would be here too. The hairstyle is so similar, it's what I thought. But who knows at this point. I'm assuming Nagito is still the same. And Byakuya is still the same, although we have no idea why they're here yet.
That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the same time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I couldn't interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, it sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint. I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
So you're the one who originally planned the murder, and you didn't end up committing it.
Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan.
Hiko is a reincarnation of Ishimoto, or Kyomondo, or whatever.
But unfortunately, my plan failed.
He has the
And all
porcupine
thanks
hair,
to
yeah.
Byakuya's night vision
Or head, or
goggles.
whatever.
What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're
He's-
right back to square one!
He's setting up a great case for himself in future trials, I gotta
How
say.
can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth.
What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know a thing about this guy. He's Taka's height with Mondo's personality. That's interesting. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. Class trial suspended? An intermission?
Well now.
Now then, the class trial has reached its climax, but Okay, here's a question for you. What's this? For those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try out the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll award you a $10 billion. 10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue
Now
on.
then, what are you gonna do?
Just kidding, you can't make a choice. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either.
Figured as much.
Evil.
Villain, you're truly a villain. So somebody wouldn't be surprised if Hyoko was Toko's half-sister.
And my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The
What's going
group's
on?
leader, Byakuya, got killed. And his killer is among this group of students?
With the $10 billion? Wasn't it 10 million? Not 10 billion? It was, yeah, it was million. With an M, not a B.
No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it. 'Cause I believe in everyone. So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
Thanks, I'm paranoid that way anyway, so you don't have to warn me.
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
Now that's just depressing.
I'm not talking about your looks.
Does Megan think Nagito looks clean? Because there's no blood on him.
I see! Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood.
Under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right? There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been?
The spare tablecloth.
I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Yeah, so there's only one thing that could have been used to block the blood splatter.
I can prove it with this! You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you,
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone. That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
then what does it mean?
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody. So there's no denying Byakuya was killed there. But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right? I don't understand at all!
The place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different?
Huh? Roger, man. You look like you're onto something.
Really? I've had this idea for a
Sounds like
long
a riddle.
time since the stab wounds was made clear.
I feel like
For
I'm
certain.
onto something, but still not clear what that is.
You still don't know how to get underneath the building.
The table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense. Moving forward,
And speaking of which,
decide all unnecessary
how did What's-His-Face get his
preconceptions
earring back?
and just choose the answer. I think.
It seems we have to figure out important words. The improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. The goal is to line up the right letters in order so it reveals a key word related to the incident in question. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are 2 rules you must remember. If 2 different letters clash, you take damage. If 2 of the same letters clash, they will fuse. What? You must make 2 of the same letters clash while you try not to let 2 different letters clash. That is what's most important. In order to do that, you've been given a technique to catch and release. When you move the red code with the left stick and press the A button while it's on top of a letter, you can snatch the letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch the letter. However, you can only catch 1 letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the A button while you have a letter caught, you can shoot it where your cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit letters into each other. Make sure you hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the A button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release with the A button. After you fuse them, fire with the after you fuse them, fire with the A button. That's a whole lot of A buttons. However, if you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal of Improved Hangman's Gambit is completing the keyword. To display the question with the B button and figure out what keyword will answer that question. About lining up the keyword. Instead of pressing the A button to fire the letter, please press the triangle button, or Y button, triangle on PlayStation. If that happens, at the same time the letter blows up, it'll be sent to the keyword list. If the sent letter is correct, it'll fit in the keyword list. If it is not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keyword in order. Based on the flying letters, please think about the completed word. Also, if you leave the fused letter alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you, so please be very careful. I took so long to explain it, but do you understand now? No. You can press start, you can review the controls. Good luck and have fun. The place Byakuya got stabbed and the place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. Using those words as a clue, I should put aside my preconceptions and try to think about it. Something's coming to me. It's a little more, I feel like I can see something. What would be the word? Under the floor. I can already see that people don't like this. Oops, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. I keep pressing triangle when I need to just get rid of it.
I got it!
Well, this isn't the worst thing. The worst minigame.
Got
It is worse than the
killer
original
must have
Hangsman
stabbed Byakuya
Gambit.
from under the floorboards.
Under the floorboards?
They just made it more complicated for no real reason.
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
So right now, the one
If
person
so,
that
means
sort of
the
makes
killer was
sense
able to get under
would
the
be
floorboards. Where?
whoever knows how to get underneath the building.
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
Remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards. It was you!
You're the only one! Hey, Gundam, you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
Yes.
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboard, right?
Oh, there it is. I found it. Truly, that is the Hellhound earring. Seems God exists for my benefit. I see. Good for you. However, how do I recover it? Cannot fit my arm through this opening. If I had to use a tool, it would probably not reach either.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes.
I'd like to see you do that.
However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
Explain.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern. True, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
I hope he eventually completely breaks his character.
What should I do?
That's what I'm hoping
embarrassed just
for
listening to him.
right now in this game.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Break the edgy anime protagonist facade.
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room.
Underneath the
One of
boxes.
my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands.
Find the missing poker. Kebab stick.
Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy? Like...
I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right?
That means everybody outside the party
So,
room is a suspect.
Was there anyone who was able to do that?
Like you.
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards. Who wasn't at the party again? I didn't participate, but
There's
I was
Chiaki.
guarding the entrance, remember?
What's his face?
Monami
Yakuza
over
guy.
there can be my witness,
And Teru.
right? Yes! This Monami over here is your witness!
And I guess, Sword Girl.
I believe there's no
Echo.
need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party...
But the issue is, he
Judging from
turned
the
around.
photo I took before the blackout...
He would have had to have entered the front door. But he didn't. So, he's, not a suspect.
It obviously has to be him.
He has an alibi.
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like, I can do it?
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
See? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Good news, you are now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the A button as many times as you want. When you use the silencer, you can shoot down the white noise. Also, when you shoot down the white noise, your time limit will increase a little. However, if you shoot down an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so aim carefully when you're using the silencer. Oh, but if the difficulty is under gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, you'll still be able to use the silencer, but it'll be somewhat pointless. However, if you feel like doing a little bang bang, you can use it to your heart's content. Bang 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 bang. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can really control swelling good luck and have fun. Alright, what truth bullets are they gonna give us? Which one was which? These aren't descriptive enough.
Was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And we could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started,
It would be Chiaki's account.
nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
Dang it. What?
The culprit is self-evident.
Oh. Was there stuff in the way? The only person who doesn't have an alibi during the party is Fuyuhiko, but is he really the killer? He does have an alibi because of Chiaki's
the
account.
killer was lurking under the floor like a cock.
And we could have stared at panties all without going to the storage.
Is that true?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
No,
There
that's
we go.
wrong!
If they're going to just give me a fuck ton of
No,
names, this is going to
Fuyuhiko
be very
definitely has
difficult
an
because
alibi.
I am bad at
Isn't that
remembering
right,
names.
Chiaki?
Although as the
you're
number of
right.
people dwindle down, it'll actually become easier for me. Yay! Huh? What happened for you? What happened for you, Yuko? Oh hey, what are you doing here, all alone at a place like this? I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Shut up!
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside. And he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh no!
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party. During the party?
So this means the only one without some kind of alibi would be Teru.
Well, If someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking
There's a
down
door.
that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again...
Appears we're getting close to the final stage.
Shut up. You're not helping.
The blackened or the spotless?
You're not helping.
Which is superior?
This is Monokuma's line.
I think it's time to settle this.
Shut up. The fire door, probably.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that was like making a seafood bowl without fish.
I have to shoot him twice.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
Those memory for moving in the dark might be what one person suggested. So I might be able to prove it.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that was like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not?
What if they used a string?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision.
What a pain. I'm gonna. What if they used a light?
Nope, not that. Okay. Kinda like, I don't know.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that was like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used
There was a
string like
taser
the
in the
cord?
Duralumin case, right?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
God damn it.
It definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark. Moving to the storage room was like making a seafood bowl.
Is it really not?
What if they used a string?
Maybe there was another pair of...
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Nope. There was like a taser in there, but obviously that's not it.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that was like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
The Duralumin case, maybe?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
I have no idea. There's only one pair of night vision goggles, which is gone. Maybe the equipment list.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout.
But I'm assuming the light one is the correct
Moving
one.
to the storage room was like making a seafood bowl.
Is it really not?
What if they used a string?
Maybe there was another pair.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
I agree with that.
Okay. Was there a light on the equipment list? Because I don't remember that being a thing.
I know. The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
Yeah, that's what I don't
There
know.
was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
Was it? 20 forks, 20 knives, 5 iron skewers, 3 frying pans, 20 wine glasses. There are also iron plates for barbecue and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Okay, the portable stove. Okay. Iron plates and a portable stove. I do recall seeing them on the shelf over there. This kitchen seems to be well kept. There should be no problems using it.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
Yep, that's one thing that I missed, I
Portable
guess.
stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout. I see.
I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
Huh?
A hole? What kind of hole?
Terra,
It would
stop.
be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail. Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me? No, that's wrong.
There it is.
Will you be able to break through my argument?
What does he mean battle? It sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. Damn, there's no way I'm going to lose against someone like him. Probably the fire door.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Assuming the portable stove was used as a light source contradicts Kazuichi's testimony? I don't think what Kazuichi said is wrong. As for now, I should offer a rebuttal.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see it was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
It's me your help. There's no way I can let you win.
Crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see me off was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
Did they have a light?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Allow me to cut through those words!
Fire door.
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. You actually noticed the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh. You still don't remember your talent, do you?
Nope.
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You're being a bit,
You sound so scary.
Eh.
If you're that angry,
Iffy.
why don't you take a deep breath? You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So you're telling me to call out the real killer? Even though I don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? The person who used the hallway's fire door as cover, and used the portable stove to move in the dark, and snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So, the only killer I can think of is... you, and only you. Me. No, but actually... you.
You're the only one! Fairy tale. Could it be you? What? What are you talking about?
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking
He's
about?
the only
There's
person
no
whose
way.
place fits with it.
Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right.
Got an argument.
Yeah.
You gotta say it.
That's totally right.
So, what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
They would have noticed your stupid paint.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important!
Yeah.
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
The victim was targeted by a mark? What was that mark? The glowing paint. Maybe the knife with the blood?
I can prove it with this. The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the
there we
knife,
go.
right?
Ah, by using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously, I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
Oh boy.
You again? Just stop already!
Mayu, I completely agree with that statement.
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys, where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall.
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
He wasn't there originally.
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
Yep.
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat.
Teru, stop.
Oh, if you want, you should try licking me.
Wow.
No way! You look greasy.
But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall. Ibuki swears on her honor.
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room.
Welcome back,
Which
Yumesha.
means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you. I just...
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
Another argument. The gaps in the floorboard should be enough to
Let
make
me
a
ask
noise
you
through it,
again.
I'm sure.
Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot
Wrong.
be... I'll shoot through that contradiction. Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean
Could have
he was
spoken through
literally
the
in the
floorboards.
dining hall. Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
Exposed.
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I?
Yeah.
What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
Ooh, I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
If Teru was in the dining hall,
He broke his accent, his whole way of speaking.
After the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse! He's definitely lying!
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
By majority vote.
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall? I probably can. Oh, you again!
Whether or not Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, I don't know for sure. I just need to throw that question at him. Oh, of course we'd be using this.
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Nikon was positioned at the time, right?
Whoa, what? Don't make me remember! It's so embarrassing!
No, This is a very important question. Well, Terry, if you were really in the dining hall at that time,
you would
should know the answer to that.
Huh?
Oh, dude's a pervert. Of course you would
It's a
know.
clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so...
Who would have thought that would have been the key to completely exposing him?
How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
That's weird.
You're a pervert. It wouldn't slip
From my
from your mind.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Even so... Nagito! Say something!
I guess you might have to give up now.
Give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too.
Was it
you
a
know.
collaboration?
It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
No.
The murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
No use. I can't understand him anymore. It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
Meat skewer.
You understand him? But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's the weapon?
I couldn't even read that whole thing before he finished.
Come on, Manumi! Enough with the whimpering and translate!
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough.
We heard him.
Not good enough at all. Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Meat skewer.
What
Meat
a door,
skewer.
what a
Meat
door!
skewer. Meat skewer.
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent!
Yeah, we need to focus and think about this. A thin-edged tool with a diameter of about 50 millimeters in length and at least 50 centimeters in length. The other one that meets the requirements might have been used at the crime scene. Huh? What's that? We're doing the Hangman's Gambit again. What letter was that? Shouldn't it be meat skewer? What was it called? Well, I feel like it should be meat skewer. I have no idea what this word is. Iron Skewer? It's Iron Skewer. Whoops, I pressed triangle on accident. Now we need an E. Whoops, wrong button again. Need an R. Come on, give me an R. There we are. Comedy.
Got it! That's it! The weapon must be the Iron Skewer!
Huh? The Iron Skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I checked the equipment list and there seems to be one Iron Skewer missing. Ah, that's right. As far as I know, that's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
It fits.
Skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the Iron Skewer?
Avril Lavigne!
Avril Lavigne?
Huh?
What?
Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be
So where do you
ringing
leave it?
non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
He reverted to being a primate. Finally, we are nearing the end. A cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to say. It will probably pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the Panic Talk action. PTA. We'll short it to PTA. During PTA, you must destroy all of your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Count your button presses with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Mash the tempo marker by pressing the B button, and you'll be able to lock on to the opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you'll be able to lock on to multiple remarks at the same time. Afterward, if you release the B button in time with the tempo marker, you'll intercept the locked on remark and destroy it. By destroying remarks, you'll be able to damage the soul shields, protecting the opponent and destroy them. However, if you cannot destroy the remark within the time limit, you will end up getting hurt. During PTA, you can press start, but for PTA, just focus on pressing the B button. Please wait for another time for the other features. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep doing this and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes. This will alter the time for each button. Please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all your opponent's soul shields, they will start to give their final argument. And if that happens, 4 words will be displayed on the top, bottom, and left sides of the screen. Each of those 4 words corresponds with the B, Y, X, and A button. Hey, they actually got the Y button for once! If you press these buttons in the right order, you'll be able to compose the words of your final strike. Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver the final strike within the time limit, the opponent's soul shields will recover. Well then, good luck and have fun.
What the hell you saying, you YouTuber hit?
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hit?
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
The iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started, which means the weapon was already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it. Could have been in an unexpected place. Where would that be? Where did he hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? Think carefully.
He said, I'm not hiding anything.
Where would it be? Left underneath it? Or inside the giant meat? It must reveal the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer. So we have to tap, press, and let go of B.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton!
And it mixed up the buttons. It's the A button, not the B button.
Where would the weapon be? Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Where would the weapon be? This
Down
is
the
the
bone.
end!
There we go.
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
It was a very large meat skewer.
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything. In a place like that?
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
It seems there are no dangerous items like that skewer in the Tarasco earlier inside that pile of food. That appears to be the case. I wouldn't know what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones are also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
We're in Japan, not America.
There's no way that exists here. We need to confirm this now! So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Wait, now hold on a second. Time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over!
About that.
He's already gone.
Where did Monokuma go?
I'm right here.
He's eating it.
I'm already eating it.
A bear that eats meat! Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
What is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life. The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
You're a human controlling a robotic bear. Although I guess you are in character.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My. There's something inside the meat. Look what came out.
There we go.
Isn't that? Is that an iron skewer? Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
Ooh, very clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone. I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you can blame this on me.
It's over.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
Yes, I think you lost it between this game and the last game.
He said, you're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should first.
I guess we need to settle this. Once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything
The
clear.
closing statements. Over the entire incident. And then I can prove Teru Teru's crime. That's right, if we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
So it's finally come to this. My throb is chesting. Every case has one last feature to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you will give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the case in the form of a comic book. This reproduction is merely Hajime's investigation, so there will be gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic, using the truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside that one set, there will be correct panels placed among incorrect panels. If you use up all the correct panels contained in one set, it will switch to a new set. After that, if you fill in all the holes, you will clear the challenge. I'm pretty sure some of you already noticed, but it will be difficult to complete with so many gaps, but once you fill some in, it will become much simpler. For those of you who played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. Now then, when playing and solving the closing argument, there is a certain trick. If you move the reticle on the gaps on each page, it will display hints at the top of the screen. This type of hint will ask what kind of scene is drawn in that gap. Also, if you move the reticle onto a truth panel, it will display a hint as well. This hint explains the scene contained in that panel. Put together these two hints and think carefully. Of course, don't forget that there will be a time limit. Well then, good luck and have fun! Everyone at the party is... Same scene as office room and dining hall. Nikumaru is holding it in. You won't be able to stay for long? Well, I'm gonna lose this almost certainly, because I suck. Because there's 5 things here, and I have no idea which one of these fits in this whole thing. Why am I bad at this game? This probably goes here. Yep. Used a guide to do so. It was pretty easy for me. Well, you used a guide, so... killer obtained a light. The unlit portable stove is the only thing that fits, but... Am I surprised I got Nagito? I'm surprised he's gone fucking insane. Didn't I drag this onto here? How is that wrong? I guess because it's right there. Well, look, there he is. I have no idea which one of these works. Did I try on Hangman's Gambit? Not really. I thought the second one was meat skewer, not iron skewer. That's the one thing that confused me. Really? It's the same pictures right next to each other. How was I supposed to figure that out? I'm assuming... Yep. He cloaked himself in a dark sheet. Edgy. That picture is beautiful. Switched on. You need that picture as your Twitch icon? Well, make sure you get a screenshot. Ah, this. Almost done.
Here's everything that
There we
happened
go.
in this case.
Almost lost.
Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started.
You actually found it out pretty cool.
Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us.
No, this isn't something I expected, though.
One person didn't
for one
come.
murder to
The
fail
rest
and
of
for
us
another
assembled at
person
the
to
dining
commit their own
and
murder.
The party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally,
Dun, dun.
they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30
Oh, sorry, there's
p.m.
3 duns. Dun, dun, dun.
The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with a desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right, everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
Change your YouTube icon to it.
With this,
nice.
The killer finished their preparations
Gotta
and
go
snuck
all out.
under
That's
the
a great
floorboards
picture.
through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer.
What was that comment? Hey all, Scott here. And canned cheese, am I right? Canned cheese is a very unique kind of food. It was discovered in 2067 and is banned in 8 countries. It was used in 1987 to slay the Dr. Pepper demon and Mukuro Ikusaba. Heh.
The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move.
The Dr. Pepper demon. I don't watch Scott
After
the
they
Wise,
murdered
so
Byakuya,
I know who he is, but I don't
killer
watch his stuff.
purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's
And
only
the
one
killer
person
is-
who would have been able to commit this crime, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura? That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
This is a
Put
mistake.
it on your Discord so
A
you can see it.
mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone.
Hasn't changed yet.
Would never.
Don't be a baby. Accept your fate like a man. You're the one who decided to kill somebody.
It seems this is the end.
43 points on 14. Cool. And a total of B. And we got 93 coins.
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Oops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate? Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier.
Why did this happen?
Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Ding ding ding. Teru, one of the few people whose names I actually remember, you are gone. All rise.
Correct! Yahoo!
That's right. This time, the Blackened responsible for killing Byakuya Togami is Teru Hanamura. Are you serious? Out of all these people, are you saying a Ponce like him is the one who killed Byakuya? What? Why did you kill him?
You've got it wrong.
A mistake. I'm telling you, it was just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys.
Hey!
I was only trying to stop Nagito from murdering one of you. Huh? Trying to stop? What do you mean? I spent all morning in the old building preparing the dishes for the party, and then I heard a weird laughter in the dining hall. And when I peeked over there, I saw him. I saw Nagito in the middle of cleaning duty putting the knife under the table. So that's how he knew where it was. I had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. And I saw him place the irons he brought in the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus, he was grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time. So I questioned him.
When that happened, he... You caught me?
Oh, I've been caught?
What?
Been caught?
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you scheming? I'm planning to kill someone, of course. Teru, just to let you know, it's pointless of you to stop me. If you stop me now, it doesn't matter. I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, or the days beyond that, I'll definitely start the killing.
Impossible!
What? No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... I see. So that's what you think.
Well...
But that's not it at all. This isn't about my survival. I just want the killing to start.
What?
What are you saying? I love everyone here. That's why I want to be of good use to them. I love all the Ultimates, and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing!
That's right. In the name of hope, I love everyone's talents from the bottom of my heart. That's why I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair.
No.
What are you saying? I don't understand at all.
See?
Isn't it typical that if you face a strong enemy, you'll become even stronger yourself? Which means, the stronger the despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right? I want to see that brightness. And in order to see it, I'm going to become everybody's stepping stone. I want to make your hopes shine. It's as simple as that. That's right. I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
You're kidding, right?
Are you kidding? Don't tell me you're actually serious.
Man.
So you don't understand. That's fine, I don't really mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy, so it's alright that this love of mine is unrequited. I suppose I can be called the ultimate fanatic.
Wait, no way, no way!
There's something wrong with you. Really? Do you think so? Do you really think there's something wrong with me?
Hey.
But isn't that what love is? Nagito, what's the meaning of this? Explain to me. I don't understand anything about the story at all.
See?
See, if you have a favorite boxer, don't you want him to fight against a strong opponent and win?
Don't fuck with me!
You better not compare us to that!
What?
Am I wrong? It's a given that trials are necessary to become strong, and the harsher the trial, the stronger you become, no? For mere humans, killings are simply a tragedy, but for worthy humans, a trial such as this can elevate their status to an even higher level.
Amazing!
It's amazing to me that someone as untalented as myself can become that trial. There's no point in someone like me surviving. It's far more significant for me to die as everyone's trial.
Great!
There's no greater honor than becoming the foundation that your values may ascend to brave new heights.
What's going on?
This is Top It. You're seriously starting to piss me off.
What's going on?
I don't understand at all. Are you saying you basically want to commit murder for fun? It's not the same as killing for fun, but I guess it looked the same in your eyes. I have no intention of surviving and leaving you all to die. Is that why you didn't mind when Teru discovered your plan? What kind of headphones do I have? I believe it's the Arctic 3. It's a wired headphone, and it comes with a microphone, but you have to, like, put a, one of those wind muffling balls on it yourself, or else the quality takes a little bit of a fuzziness. At least that's what I found out. That's why you didn't mind when Teru discovered your plan.
What's wrong?
Or perhaps that was intentional too.
So...
Nagito wanted to involve us in the killing. Plus, it'd be better for him if the mystery was more complex. Is that why you blatantly revealed your plan to Teru? You expected to pique Teru's curiosity, and you looked forward to the mystery becoming more complex. Well, you're basically right. It's true, I was looking forward to that. That's why I took the time to tell him about the secret passage I found while I was cleaning.
What?
That was your doing as well?
You're right.
I casually mentioned it. Oh, it's dangerous if you fall, so don't get too close to it. This dude, he's seriously batshit crazy. He's insane. That's right. That's why I tried to stop him, you know?
However...
But why did you kill Byakuya instead? I don't know. Because Nagito was the one who's supposed to take that knife. That's why I aimed and thrusted the iron skewer there. But why is Byakuya the one who died? It was supposed to be Nagito, not him. Byakuya probably tried to stop Nagito from grabbing the knife, and then in place of Nagito.
Nope.
No, I don't think that's it. Huh?
Perhaps.
Byakuya was probably trying to protect Nagito.
What?
What did you say?
See?
As Byakuya said so, didn't he? Don't worry, as long as I'm the leader, I won't let anyone become a victim.
I will guide you all.
That much I promise. Could it be in order to keep that promise? As long as he was wearing the night vision goggles, I'm sure he saw someone moving under the floorboards, and that someone was aiming for Nagito.
Why?
So Byakuya gave his life to protect Nagito? Even though he was trying to take the knife? I see. Byakuya is amazing. To keep his promise to protect everyone, he actually threw his own life away. And yet...
Such despair.
I never expected an ending like this. Such despair. What? But we shouldn't let him die in vain. I'm sure everyone will become even stronger by overcoming this despair.
No way.
Could it be? You knew Byakuya would protect you, so you set him up to fail?
Someone like
Of course not. I'm not that good at calculating. I just took some precautionary measures. The results that were going to be my fun for later. Just kidding.
How unexpected.
But I never expected it would turn out like this. I never thought I'd be the one to survive. But since it was my life that had been saved, I didn't want to just waste it. That's why I decided to help Teru. Why? Why? Well, because Teru decided to commit his crime because he also had strong hope, right? Which means her actions were motivated by hope. If he was willing to go that far, I thought he might truly be the person whose existence I was waiting for. I thought he might be the hope that could defeat any type of despair. In order for me to confirm it, I decided to help Teru. What do you mean by confirm? Just stop it already.
Well...
Plus, I couldn't really help myself when I empathized with Teru. After all, he wanted to kill me but ended up killing Byakuya instead, you know? If I left him in that confused state, this trial might have been ruined, right?
Isn't that right?
But in order for our hope to grow, this trial was absolutely necessary. That's why I decided to help him. I told him I don't care if I die, so you should just focus on escaping this island.
Right?
Those are my exact words to him before the investigation. Isn't that right, Teru? But now he's the one who's gonna get punished.
Man.
In the end, my help just wasn't enough. And this turned out to be a bad ending for Teru. You should be proud of yourself. You'll not die in vain.
Great!
You'll become a splendid sacrifice for everyone else so their hopes can grow even more powerful.
Impossible!
Sacrifice?
Shut up!
Seriously, stop it already. I'm gonna go crazy just listening to you.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Hey, is it really okay for us to just leave this crazy bastard alone like this?
Huh?
Isn't it better if we just fucking kill him off? Kill, he said. High school students are so violent these days. But the person who's gonna get killed now isn't Nagito, it's Teru.
What's the matter?
You didn't forget, right? Because I told you already at the beginning, right? If the blackened killer loses, a fun punishment awaits them.
Wait!
Hold on.
No.
How should I put it? An accident. An act of self-defense. Not intentional. Anyway, I feel it's possible. It's not my fault.
Hey!
It doesn't matter if it's an accident, self-defense, or intentional. A murder is still a murder. If you kill someone, that's murder.
Hey!
What? I just noticed a shivering, says Teru. Isn't there anything like sympathy judgments and extenuating circumstances or maybe even probation?
Impossible!
I don't accept any of those claims.
That's...
Not...
Hey!
Save me, you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito, so...
Why?
Be honest. After learning about Nagito's plan, you saw an opportunity, right? You probably thought nobody would find out if you killed him after messing up his plan, right? That's what you thought, right? You're wrong. There's no way a person who has no malice would kill someone like that. How many stab wounds were there? In truth, you were just desperate to kill Nagito, and willing to sacrifice everybody else to survive, right? Just be honest already, at least in the end.
No.
That is...
Teru.
Why?
If only you didn't try to kill Nagito, Byakuya would still be alive.
Answer me.
Why did you try to commit murder? Answer me, Teru. I just wanted to go home.
I needed to go back home no matter what!
Because she's waiting for me. Mama is waiting for me at home. She's waiting all by herself for the day I graduate Host Peak Academy and come home.
Okay, I'm going now.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh?
When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my, you're still talking about that?
Oh, I'm
And
serious.
she has a
The academy guarantees success
southerny
for its
accent.
graduates, right? So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself, but wait for me until then, okay?
Yes, you're right. Then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard. What if you collapse again while I'm gone?
I'll be fine. Moms are strong. I won't lose to some illness.
I know that already. I know that already.
I promised her I'd become a full-fledged cook and save the Hanamura Diner. Mama is waiting for me to keep that promise. Even though she's sick and alone, she's still waiting for me.
That's why I need to go home!
Teru. But if we were told our memories were stolen, that several years had passed since our first day,
Hey!
then what happened to the Hanamura Diner? What happened to my mom who's still waiting for me? So you did believe what Monokuma said.
Damn it!
You're saying all along, it's okay, I'll never believe something like this. So why? I still don't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. It has to be a lie.
That's why I wanted to go home!
I wanted to go home and confirm it. I wanted to make sure it was all just a lie. I wanted to make sure I still have a place to call home. Teru, you... I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not that Teru didn't believe it. He believed it more than anybody else here. That's why he kept denying it. Because he believed it, he needed to deny it. Damn it, if only I knew how he felt, something like this never would have happened. I wanted to confirm by any means necessary. I had to do something. That's when I heard Nagito's plan. I found out he was going to kill someone if I left him alone. That's why.
Fine.
So, you wanted the first kill? Alright, see you later, man. Catch you another time.
I'm sorry.
You guys. It doesn't mean I wanted to sacrifice any of you, but it was the only thing I could do. Alright, see you later, Mimation. And they ended up killing Byakuya instead of Nagito. Ah, I see.
I think I'm the one who went crazy.
Teru. I see. Interesting. But as far as motives to kill are concerned, wanting to see your mom is so boring. What?
So...
It seems there's no point in basking in the afterglow, so let's hurry up and begin the punishment.
You can't!
Jeez, get out of my way!
Corkscrew punch.
Well now.
There, now that the annoying little sister has been dealt with, let's get back to business.
Wait!
Hold on a second. I'm not asking for forgiveness anymore, but at least...
Now then,
I
I
prepared
prepared a very special punishment!
For Teru Hanamura, the ultimate cook.
Hey!
Call me chef. No, wait, that's not what I...
Please!
Please tell me at least, what happened to the Hanamura diner? To Mama?
Let's give it everything we've got!
It's punishment time!
Lies! I won't believe this!
I won't believe it!
Mama!
Game over. Teru has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. So how's this going to work? I'm kind of disappointed that it's not an ironic punishment. What was that? Oh. He's turning him... Is he turning him into deep-fried Teru, basically? I can't tell. What's happening? Yep. It's deep-fried Teru. Very spicy. And even had it playing on a live video feed for everybody else to see.
Extreme!
Yahoo! Yahoo! Extreme!
Yeah!
The adrenaline is rushing through me. Teru.
Damn it!
Are you fucking serious?
How cruel.
Why would you do something so cruel?
What?
Huh? Didn't you learn when you were in elementary school? If you badmouth someone, the teacher writes it in a note and makes whoever you badmouth to read it to you in front of the class.
No.
When that happens, only then do you think about how it feels to be badmouthed. The same applies to murder.
What are you saying?
You're the one who drove him to do it. It's so cruel. It's just too cruel.
Nice!
Well, it can't be helped. Rules are rules, and this is the killing rule after all. What rule? You're the one who's breaking the rules. Huh? I can't just let that slide. What do you mean? When you mentioned the motive, didn't you also promise something? However, there's a catch. Don't tell me the catch is... Figured it out yet? That's right, you guys have to kill each other. That's my bargaining point. You guys want to know, right? You want your school memories returned to you, right? Then you better start killing. A penny for your thoughts and a murder for your memories. Why didn't you tell Turu about his mom or his diner? He had a right to know. Yeah, us too. We all have a right to know.
Bastard!
Hey, hurry up and tell us. What did you mean earlier when you mentioned our school memories? Oh yeah, I did promise to return your memories after the killing began. Huh? You're gonna do it? Like telling them is kind of... But I never told you guys that I'd tell you right away.
What?
Not fair.
Yeah, I agree.
Of course!
I'll keep my promise to return your memories someday, but it's still not clear when that someday will actually be. I must excuse myself as well. There's something that I need to do.
Huh?
What the heck? That's
So
not fair.
cool.
They both ran away.
Then...
Monokuma had us wrapped around his finger after all.
Stupid!
Teru, you stupid.
Such despair.
An ending like this is just full of despair. A seriously tragic despair. Still, at times like this, as the symbols of hope, you guys need to keep doing your best.
You.
Why are you smiling? How can you smile in this situation like this, you creep?
Nope.
Hold on, I'm sad too, you know? Didn't I tell you? From the bottom of my heart, I truly love you all. You ultimates who inspire hope and your splendid talents. There's no way I can be happy when we've lost such a talented individual.
Don't fuck with me!
Don't go saying creepy shit. I'll fucking kill you. Please, kill me anytime.
What?
Huh? If you hate me, I don't mind you killing me. I've already prepared myself to become your stepping stone.
Someone like me.
If absolute hope can be born from that, then my life is nothing special. How messed up are you?
Hey.
However, if you're going to kill me, make sure you discuss it with me beforehand, okay? You see, if you do that, then I can cooperate with the killer. Are you seriously intending to help the killer? It's really not that big of a deal. If you're students of Hope Street Academy, if you're the symbols of hope who possess the chosen talents,
great!
Then it shouldn't matter to you guys at all if I cooperate with the killer, right?
You fiend.
Declaring so confidently that you'll side with the killer.
Hey!
Maybe this was his plan all along. Since he's willing to work with the killer, he wants us to think it's better for us not to kill him. Well, I don't mind what you think of me. In actuality, thanks to Byakuya, I'm starting to feel a small desire to live.
This is exciting!
Mostly, I just want to watch everyone destroy all the despair that comes for you. One after the other. Just kidding.
You piss me off.
Can I punch ya? I just won't be satisfied till I punch ya. Fine. Let's stop this already. It's just going to be a waste of time if we keep dealing with him.
What?
Huh? Even Hajime hates me now?
How unfortunate.
That stings. I thought you and I were quite similar. I mean, you were a protagonist at some point. What does that...
Isn't that right?
You hold a special feeling towards Whole Street Academy, just like me. Don't put me in the same category as you.
Hey.
But how can you say you're not? Monokuma said it himself. We don't know anything about each other's true nature. No. If it's true that our school memories were stolen, it's the same as not knowing our true selves, too. Especially for you, right? Someone who can't even remember what his talent is. Kane, please feel free to punch him. Will do!
Wait!
Oh, hold on. Please stop this at once. Nothing will come from fighting like this. There's something else that we must do.
Huh?
Something else?
Please
We
listen!
must not argue with each other in a place like this. There is something more important we must do.
Let me ask.
Which is... do our best.
You fiend.
Well?
We must first leave here and get some rest. And then we shall all work together and do our best. Do our best so we never have to come back here again.
Perhaps.
This is what I believe we must do right now. Why do I have a feeling she is probably next on the chopping block?
I am sorry!
If only I was a better motivational speaker. No, that really touched my heart. You're totally right. What we need to do right now is do our best. If we do our best, it's definitely going to pay off, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Like...
But what do we have to work hard at? I do not know, but we must do our best.
Jeez.
I don't get you at all. Are you some kind of moron?
Well?
It's fine if you don't know. What matters is you hold on to the feeling that you have to do your best.
Right?
Always do your best. So let's do our best. Let's make sure a killing like this never happens again.
But...
It's scary, but doing our best is our only option. There's no way I'm doing what Nagito said.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, I'm gonna do what we're all talking about. But let's do our best for now.
Fine.
Very well. Even if we are not able to change the future, I guess I should at least change my tomorrow. Damn fiend. I won't give up till the very end. I won't die in vain. I'll give you my entire existence, my entire power, my entire body and soul, and fight to the very end. Yeah, you're right. Let's definitely work together and leave this island. Do our best. We kept using that phrase over and over again, even though we knew they were just cheap, meaningless, empty words. Regardless, we still said it. And we continue to say it over and over again without stopping. Thus, the curtain had fallen upon the class trial, where Byakuya and Teru were sacrificed. Afterwards, we left the trial grounds and returned to the mainland of Jabberwock Island. For the time being, we decided to go back to our cottages. After experiencing something like that, there's no way I could fall asleep. I gave up, got out of bed, and began walking around the hotel grounds for no real reason. After not doing much of anything, I dully looked up at the sky. And there, just like before, there it was. The night sky brimming with stars. Stars that looked like they were about to fall into my hands like fluttering snow. As I looked up at such a beautiful night sky, I can go anywhere. The thought crossed my mind for some reason. The sky is connected to anywhere, even in my daily life. That's why I might be able to go home. That's right, I'm definitely going to go home. That's when it happened. As I stared up at the night sky, I felt a strange convergence of sensation. And then, while I continued to stare at the night sky, I felt my entire body stiffen with that sensation. Isn't this...
Is someone watching me?
What the fuck? "19 days remain. But we're done. Yay. Surviving students, 14. Bloody screen. Yeah, to be continued is about right. I am tired. Dead Man's Party. Achievement unlocked. You have attained a present 3-star badge. And a wooden stick. As usual. Well.
For a long time, humans have been taught that if you try hard enough, you can accomplish anything.
Be quiet. We're gonna continue this next time, so... yeah. What else did you expect? It's like, what, 1:30? Nope, it's 12:30 in the morning. Yeah, close enough. It's pretty damn late. So we'll continue this next time. Have a good night.